what it is. Marcus Conte reporting. Still a little preview before the big event tonight. Oh boy, the corporate debate, part 2. Actually, it's part 3 of 4, right? Because it's actually the second debate. Tonight will be in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit, Michigan. Wow. Corporate Democrats, the corporate elite holding a Democratic debate in Michigan. Right? Let's not confuse it. It is a corporately funded debate. Is it of the people, by the people, and for the people? Remember when that was the case? Not anymore. It's who pays the bill. Who pays the bill picks the questions, picks the commentators, picks how many contestants on the stage. Right? Controls the narrative. The money controls the narrative. So CNN, having said that, CNN tonight will have their second 20-car pileup. 10 cars tonight and 10 more tomorrow. So let's look at the particulars. So the Iowa caucuses are now 6 months away. Right, 6 more months we'll have the Iowa caucuses. The good people of Iowa will step out into the polling booth and pick their candidate of the declared 20 shit sandwiches. 19 shit sandwiches. 18 and a half. So tonight, let's talk about tonight is going to be, first let's talk about the commentators. So it's decided 2 hours. Every contestant gets 60 seconds. Gets 1 minute to answer the question. And those questions will be asked by the good Jake Tapper, Don Lemon, and Dana Bash. So you got no Wolf Blitzer, no Anus Cooper, and no Chris Cuomo. You got Jake Tapper, Mr. Corporatist, liar, witch hunter, Don Lemon, black. Hey, black. Whatever's black, Don Lemon will be talking about. And finally, Dana Bash, the Russian conspirator, right up there with Rachel Maddow, asking the questions about how we should lead our country. Who should lead our country and how? Dana Bash, Russian conspirator. So these three knuckleheads, Jake Tapper, Don Lemon, Dana Bash, will be asking the questions throughout the whole 2 hours. No switchy like the last time. Remember they switched? Oh, no, let's switch. Let's let Rachel Maddow and Sleepy Chuck Todd do some questions. Not this time. So this might be the last time we see half of the field. And tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. 8 p.m. in Michigan. The Rust Belt, where the cars used to be built. Not anymore. What do they want to hear? They want to hear an economic message. They don't want to hear no fucking identity politics, but that's all you'll hear tonight, right? So tonight on the stage, this is the big one, because tonight, one person on that stage could be President of the United States. On Wednesday, there's nobody on that stage that could be the president. So tonight on the stage is very, very interesting, right? Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. There will be the dynamic. That's what we want to watch for. Also is Buttigieg, Mayor Pete Buttigieg, the failed Indiana mayor. First gay president. I want to be the first gay president. Vote for me. I'm the first gay president. That's his qualification. I'm gay. Is it? So you got Bernie, Elizabeth Warren, Pocahontas. Lied about her heritage. Is that going to come back and haunt her? I don't know. if Trump has his way, you're damn right it will be. Beto O'Rourke, I don't know how he's still hanging in there, man. Didn't they already reveal this guy being a phony? Amy Klobuchar, all foam, no beer. Corporatist Democrat, right up the middle. Nobody wants to hear from her. Marianne Williamson Faithfull. Marianne Faithfull hollering out shit from the far end of the stage. Oh my God, we should all just love each other. Shouldn't be on the stage. Then there's Hickenlooper, Delaney, Ryan, and Bullock. So it's really a battle of time between Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. And what could be interesting is, because it's Bernie Sanders on the stage without a Joe Biden, technically the corporate Democrats and the wannabes, you generally have to attack the leader, right? If you want to get recognition, you got to chop down the guy who's leading, and in this case, it's clearly Bernie Sanders. Arguably, Elizabeth Warren a close second. So if the shit sandwiches, Delaney, Ryan, Looper, and Bullock, and Miss Faithfull, if they go and Buttigieg, if they go after Bernie, that's good because Bernie's right on the policy, but it also gives Bernie more time. Because if someone attacks you, you get like a quick 30-second rebuttal. So it's more time for Bernie. What are you gonna do? Oh, he's a socialist. Fucking so Bernie Sanders, right? You gotta believe, man. You still gotta believe, right? Bernie Sanders and Donald Trump on that debate stage for President of the United States is epic, because the policies, 40 years of Bernie Sanders policies, are on display. So I'll just talk about tomorrow night, and then I want to get back to how I think it's going to go tonight and what should happen in a perfect world. So Joe Biden tomorrow. Joe Biden, the theoretical leader of the Democratic Party. All fake polls got Biden first, Sanders second, Warren third, Harris has the corporate media, corporate polling, 538 and all those guys, the fucking Rasmussen and all the Pew polls and all those bullshit polls, right? Put together by the corporate oligarchs to convince you that Joe Biden is leading. So tomorrow, Joe Biden, the leader, will face off against Kamala Harris, the black candidate. She's black, and she's fighting for blacks. But really, I thought she was just Indian and Jamaican. Isn't her mother Indian? But she's black. No, black. I fight for the black. Yeah. That's a losing strategy, but it's good, because if she keeps doing that, Joe Biden tries to defend himself and tries to be more black. He tries to out-black the black, and he loses. And the black loses because nobody wants to hear that shit anymore. People are fucking tired of that shit. Black, 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 black. I'm black, black, black. Fucking who cares what fucking color you are? Shut up. Shut up and help the country out. Stop tearing the country down with your blackness. So that's tomorrow night. Joe Biden, Kamala Black Harris, and Cory Black Booker, the vegan. I like Cory Booker's vegan. I like that. I didn't know he was a vegan. That is still no friend of mine. Friend of the animals. We're friends. We have a mutual friend, Cory Booker and I, the animals. But in terms of politics, he's no friend of mine, man. Cory Booker's shit sandwich. Get to the back of the line, Cory. Also, Castro tomorrow night, a nobody. Jay Inslee, nobody. Kirsten Gillibrand screaming. She's just trying to get attention. Just keeps talking. Shut her up. Turn the mic off. De Blasio, good debater. You got to be careful. De Blasio has absolutely no chance of being the president of the United States, but he sure as hell has a chance of winning. Stealing the lion's share of the time on that stage, because he's a New York mayor. He knows how to raise his voice. He got good at it after 6 years. That's New York politics, So, de Blasio on that stage, and and Tulsi Gabbard, who I technically, I would still like to see her in a cabinet seat, but I'll remove her from my vocabulary going forward because of that BDS thing. And also, I don't like the idea of having a intelligence officers, military people taking the White House. I don't like it. Scratch that idea. Look at these beautiful mushrooms. I wonder if they'll be allowed to grow. Hello, mushroom. Hold on a second. It's I don't know what kind of mushroom it is. Whoa. Whoa. Joystick doesn't like that shit. Anyway, there's a couple of mushrooms over there. How's a better view? Big ones. I've never seen them grow like that before. The New York City sewer cap. You ever see one of those before? There's a sewer cap. So where was I? Oh yeah, bashing Tulsi Gabbard. A nice idea. 38 years old. Maybe next time. Maybe a cabinet position. If Bernie wins, put her in a cabinet position. She'll probably get confirmed. And just you gotta steer her. She's not a leader in terms of proper policy. And the outside hopeful tomorrow, as I said all along, if Andrew Yang brings his sense of humor tomorrow night, he could while Kamala Harris and Joe Biden are trying to out-black one another, if Andrew Yang can step in between and say, hey you guys can listen to the Asian. Right? We work hard. Right? Who's that Asian guy on the stage? Right? Enter Andrew Yang. I like Andrew Yang. I love his progressive ideas. Some of them about this, stimulus from the bottom up by giving everybody in the country $1,000 a month, basic income, basic universal income. I love that idea. It's a great idea that needs to be heard. So, right. So that's what's going on. The third. I'll just talk about the third debate, and I want to get back to the possible topics tonight, and what should happen tonight with Sanders and Elizabeth Warren. So the third debate is scheduled roughly for September. I think the dates are confirmed. I just don't know what they are. And you might get the field knocked down to 8 contestants. Right. So again, tonight, Jake Tapper, Don Lemon, and Dana Bash are going to be asking the CNN corporate questions to a field that is led. The leaders of this field are clearly the alt-left progressive movement led by Bernie Sanders. Now, Bernie Sanders still, although there's been drips and drabs of Bernie saying that the 2016 thing was rigged, Bernie Sanders, in my view, if not now, never, he must come forward and say he owes it. First of all, he owes it to the people that gave him $270 million the last time around. The people that gave $27 each, and it added up to $240 million, right? That he let down by not fighting for himself, by supporting Hillary Clinton. So Bernie Sanders still has to get over that hurdle. call it out, right? If Bernie Sanders can do that, hey Bernie, for example, hey Bernie, so what do you think about so if you're not the candidate, then are you going to support the other candidates? Say, yeah, fuck you. Listen, the 2016 election was rigged. It was rigged by the Democratic Party. Now, some people think it was Russia. A lot of us don't think it was Russia. A lot of us think it was Hillary Clinton's campaign. Right? So if you can address that, that would be wonderful, man. That would be a game changer. That's how Bernie Sanders can change the game, because that's really the only thing that holds him back, is the whole Russiagate thing. In a lot of people's view. People are not going to get behind him because of that Russia shit. Right? Can he overcome it? Will he overcome it? Does he have the balls to overcome it? Well, there was signs of it in little snippets that I found, that he is saying it. He's trying to say, oh yeah, some people believe that if the election wasn't rigged against me, I would have beat Trump. But he has to say, I believe that if the election wasn't rigged against me, I would have beat Trump. And I know who rigged it because I was there. That's still the fundamental, thing that Bernie Sanders has to answer. Forget about corporate. I mean, he's got to overcome the corporate attack and the diluting the message with 5 shit sandwiches, asking stupid questions, sucking up time. Nobody wants to hear from Tim Ryan and Bullock and fucking Hickenlooper and Delaney and Marianne Faithfull. Nobody cares about them. People are somewhat interested in what Buttigieg has to say. Hopefully Beto O'Rourke, we can knock him out. Nobody really cares about Amy Klobuchar. I think she knows it. So it's Bernie Sanders, the leader, to win. It's his to win and it's his to lose. Now, the other part of it is Elizabeth Warren. And here's where it gets interesting, because if Bernie Sanders is the nominee, I suspect that he will take Elizabeth Warren as vice president. He would be silly not to, because she's the second most popular progressive candidate in the country. And as vice president, she would be a buffer between Trump. Put Elizabeth Warren on the stage head to head with Trump, and Trump is your president. As I've said all along, any other Democratic candidate besides Bernie Sanders, you have Trump 2020. And that's precisely why Fox and the corporate media are promoting other candidates, because they know that they can't beat Trump. The only person possibly who could beat Trump, definitely who could beat Trump, is Bernie Sanders, because he has the ground game, he has the experience, he has the message, he has the policy, he has the support of the people. Universal single-payer health care, free college tuition at city and state universities, break up the banks, attack the corporate oligarchy, bring down the billionaire class, and the military-industrial complex. That's Bernie Sanders. Deflate all these fake bubble economies, bring the stock market down, crash it. That's Bernie Sanders. That's the man right there. Now, you may disagree. I know that he's a socialist. He's too old. He's too Jewish. He's too this. He's too that. You're wrong. You're just fundamentally wrong, and you got your head stuck up Trump's ass. See, I have no allegiance to any of these people, really, other than whoever sits in policy wins. Whoever represents the American people, in my view, wins. And tonight, you, America, have a chance, at least a little bit, to observe. 100 million people are going to watch this thing. It's a lot of people. Right? So I'll be watching. I'm not going to talk about it until after. I like to hear how other people comment before I'll make my assessment. I like to see the immediate spin. So I won't be talking about it late tonight. I'll be probably tomorrow morning I'll talk about it. But again, I think unless there's something spectacular, like Bernie Sanders drops the mic or something, then I'll talk. But otherwise, if it's just tit for tat, you got to watch the questioning too. That's going to be critical. Sanders, don't get angry when they ask you stupid questions. Smile, Bernie. Pretty pleased with sugar. Bernie Sanders camp. Get him to smile. He's the front runner. He's the leader. You know that motherfucking Trump. I'll punch Trump. Motherfucker, Trump. Hey, Trump, give me Trump. I'll fucking Trump. You don't have to do that, Bernie. Just be the nice guy you are and talk about the policy. Your videos from 2016 were uplifting. You captured the spirit of America, mainstream America, right? That you are a folk hero. Return to that. You don't have to be, you don't have to be this rough and tumble guy, but you got to call it out, man. You got to call out the corporate media when they try to corner you with a stupid question. Ignore them. When the shit sandwich on the end of the aisle says Bernie Sanders is a socialist, say fuck you. This is where we're going in America. This is what time it is right now for the American people. You are owned by the corporations. Fuck you. That's the message. You be tough, but smile and enjoy the attack. So, Marcus Conte reporting.